everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is my Dessa's fall pre-order that I received earlier this week. I'm just getting around to filming it now. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. I love Dessa's Homespun scents, owned by Dessa Bonner from Gilbert, Arizona. Dessa has been in business for 9 years, since 2014. I think it used to say it on her labels, but I guess it doesn't say that anymore. But anyways, just love Dessa. I know that she is, well coveted in the wax community, her products. She only opens up a few times a year. She's going to be having her next pre-order for her fall into Christmas. I believe it's on September 2nd, and there's a blend request post on her group. So if any of the blends that I talk about today tickle your fancy, go ahead in there and either like the comments that you like, or put a new one on there, and maybe Dessa will pick our blends that we want again. Excuse me, I just drank a bunch of water and I have a little bit of hiccups, so I do have my water here if I need to take a sip. I did a video yesterday and I had a coughing fit, so I'm trying to hopefully prevent that today. I am in another room today and the lighting's a little dark and I am too lazy to get my ring light out, so it is what it is today, guys. So, okay, I love Dessa's wax. I've been shopping with Dessa for a little over a year, year and a half or so. I opened up the box. I haven't smelled anything, but I did take some of the packing peanuts out just so it's a little bit more accessible. Each order comes with a goodie bag here with a handful of samples. I'll do this one last, but I wanted to take that off the top. With Dessa's fall, and I believe she also does this for her winter pre-order too, some of the select scents that she is offering on her menu for that pre-order, she does in cute little fun festive souffles. She has a ton of molds and her creativity really shines with some of these souffles. So I'm going to do those first. They were packed on top of here, so I'm just going to go for it. This first one is Witches Fly at Night. I'm going to take each one of these out so I can really display how cute and, the theme of the name and the mold and how all that matches, and it's just so cute. This one is There is Magic in the Air as the witches glide through the night air. Cedar wood, crushed cinnamon sticks, toasted marshmallows, and fire roasted vanilla. This also says it's a reformulated house blend. So I think probably what that means, one of the oils was either discontinued, she had to have it remade or duped, and that's what this one is here. So I'm going to take this souffle out. Ah, look at that. Wicked Witch of the West. Or actually, I should say Wicked Witch of the East, because even though the Wicked Witch of the East, under the house, her stockings, leggings, whatever you want to call them, pantyhose, I believe they were white and red. I think they were. But this here, it just reminds me of that. And Witches Fly at Night. This is so cute. How this smells. I like this. It's got a little, it's nicely blended. I mean, I can't say, oh, it's outright cedar. Oh, it's outright cinnamon. It's blended and mixed beautifully. There's a little bit of everything in here. I mean, equally, I should say. The cedar, the cinnamon, the roasted marshmallows, and the fire roasted vanilla. This is nice. This is a nice, cool October spooky weather scent. That's what this reminds me of. It's something that you want to melt. Maybe it's raining outside. It's gloomy. It's damp. That's what this one reminds me of here. Okay. I had a busy day today and I wanted to film this video earlier, but I decided to make dinner first and do the dishes and get all that done before I sat down to do this video. The next one is Hocus Pocus Bake Shop. So this one here is deep fried funnel cake, sweet candy corn, toasted almond biscotti, and sugar cookie dough. This is a house blend. I think this is a new one this year, and I'm not a crazy in love with candy corn oil person. I hate candy corn in my life, and it doesn't smell like anything to me, really. But what attracted me to this one here is the almond biscotti, because Dessa has some really good almond oils, and her almond biscotti, I've had it before. It's very, very nice. This is a witch's shoe and a cat. So this one here smells like, I'm getting the sugar cookie dough, I'm getting the almond biscotti, and it has to be the candy corn I'm smelling. Candy corn is just marzipan, really. It's just sugar. You know, it has a different flavor, but I don't particularly care for it, but that's what I'm smelling in this one here. I like this one though. I love almond. Next is Haunted Carnival, this next one here. This is fried apple fritters, cinnamon sugar churros, buttery pretzels, and gooey caramel apples, reformulated house blend. I love caramel apple. I love anything with caramel in it. So this one I had to get. It was a no-brainer. Oh, that's nice. So let's see what's on this one here. This is a haunted house, and then we have a little witch on a broomstick flying through the air behind a full moon. That's very hocus pocus like. This one here, I'm getting apple, a little bit of the caramel, a little bit of the pretzel, and the cinnamon a little bit. That is nice. The cinnamon sugar, I mean, from the churro. That is nice. I do like this one here. The pre-order in a couple of weeks are going to be mostly fall and holiday, not fall and holiday, excuse me, winter and holiday blends, but she'll have a little bit of fall on there, a little bit of her ones she offers all the time, you know, her regular non-holiday or non-season, you know, such as her Disney-inspired line or sweet macerated strawberries, lemon stuff, you know, stuff like that. Next is Spooktacular. Spooktacular. This is pumpkin pecan waffles, cinnamon rolls, cupcakes at Tiffany's, and vanilla frosting. This is a house blend also. Let's see what this one is like. Oh, that's nice. And we have Mr. Ghost here in the middle, or Demon, Ghost Face, whatever you want to call this one here. This is pumpkin pecan waffle heavy. Get a little bit of vanilla frosting from that. Not so much cupcakes at Tiffany's. Pumpkin pecan waffles is a pretty heavy oil. It dominates the scent in my opinion. So that one is pretty much pumpkin pecan waffles, a little bit of extra cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla frosting. Next is Boo Boulevard. This is sweet candy corn, caramel dunked apples, buttery cake pops, and toffee bits. I think this is a new one. This is a house blend, but I think this is a new one to her lineup here. Let's see what's on this one. Oh, I like that. And then we have the ghost. How cute these souffles are. I just can't get enough of this. This is, I like the caramel apple. I'm getting a little bit of extra pop of bakery from the cake pop. Not so much the candy corn, thankfully, because I'm not a candy corn person, but I just had to try this because of the caramel apple. Little bit of saltiness from the toffee. Not much, but this is a nice one nonetheless. I feel like I'm usually in the other room, my wax room. I'm in my office now, and I feel like I'm in the dark, but I know it's just a little dimmer in here. Next is Autumn Campfire. This is pumpkin, apple cider, gingerbread, marshmallow, seasonal spices, and campfire. This is a house blend also. I love Dessa's gingerbread. Gingerbread House is my favorite gingerbread oil. I mean, I know it's a couple of oils, I believe, gingerbread houses, but it is my favorite gingerbread in all of the vendors I've tried. It's rich, it's moist, it's got the correct spices, the molasses you can smell in it. It is authentic, soft gingerbread, and it's not quite as sharp as a ginger snap, but it's got more of a heavier molasses and spice to it. So I know that is not what this oil is here, but I know that one will probably be offered next pre-order if you're a gingerbread lover. That's why I got this one here, because of the gingerbread that's in it. I love gingerbread. So this one here, oh, that's smoky. That really is smoky, that campfire. And look at that here, that log, the campfire. That is nice. It's smoky. This is campfire. This is really campfire. And I can smell the spices, the seasonal spices, a little bit of the ginger, the allspice, the nutmeg, those spices that are in there. I'm not getting too much apple or pumpkin from this. It's mostly spicy, you know, seasonal spices and campfire. But this is a nice one. That's a nice one for October also. Like I said before, you know, damp and spooky. That is another one that could set the mood for that. And this next one is Oh My Gourd. I've had this before in a little blend, a custom blend. You know how she does her little baby loaves and her large loaves of Build-A-Bars or Build-A-Loaves, whatever they're called. I've had Oh My Gourd before. This is pumpkin pie, sweet potato casserole, backstrap molasses, and toasted marshmallows. This is also a house blend. I think last year, this was a new blend last fall. Let's see, this one here. And we have a pumpkin in the middle there. Look at how the colors are just so realistic here. I smell the sweet potato casserole in here, and the molasses, the richness from the molasses, and the spices that go along with that. This one is a good one here too. Believe that's all of the souffles I got. All the scents I wanted, she offered more, but all the scents I wanted I got in souffles, just because they're so cute and they're fun to just let Dessa be creative and make cute stuff for us. And souffles, I will always go for that. You know what I mean. Okay, I got 2 little custom loaves. I wasn't going to get custom loaves this time, but I decided to just go for it, because these scents don't come around all that often, and Dessa doesn't open up all the time, so I went for it. These are kind of simple. This is Apple Barn and Leaves, Bath & Body Works type. This one here, Apple Barn, I think I had a sample of Apple Barn last year, and it was good. So that's why I thought, you know, Leaves already has a little bit of apple added into it, of course, as the, you know, the scent, part of the scent profile. So I thought adding Apple Barn to it, which is bright and juicy and vibrant bunch of apples together, would be nice. And I like this. I like that the Apple Barn is a little bit more dominant than the Leaves. Leaves is a heavy, strong oil, and I like that Dessa gave the integrity of the Apple Barn and let that shine too. The next one is Vintage Halloween and Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Vintage Halloween, I want to say it's something that has, what are the, I got it in here, I believe, in a breakaway bar or a tile. I can't remember, but this one is it's a bakery, of course, and I went, it smells like, oh, I wish I could remember what's in here. I'll do that. I'm going to just make sure. I think I got this in another form here, so let me talk about that one. I want to give the notes. Okay, I want to do the tiles next that I got. Tiles are, Dessa used to do the baby cakes, the 4-pack baby cakes, but she has since replaced them with these tiles. I cut these into 4s, and they're nice and thick. I mean, look at how thick that is. And this is nice for, you know, people who are newer to Dessa, or you want to try a scent, you're not sure if you're going to like it. You know, these are like $2.50, I think, something like that. So you could get a mess of these and have more, you know, stretch your budget out and have more scents if you just get the tiles. But if you have scents you really love, you know, she offers the breakaway bars, which are my favorite form because there's no cutting involved. She also offers the mini loaves like this, and then she also offers their big bars. They're called big bars, and they're similar to Brittles from Sassy Girl Aroma, and some other vendors use that mold. And then she also offers large loaves, which can be, I think there's 3 blends, 3 oils, individual oils you can put in a large one, whereas the mini loaves are restricted to 2. So I got some tiles. First one is raspberry whipped cream. Now I'm really picky with my raspberry, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get this one because I thought, you know, I have found the raspberry oils I like from other vendors that are out there in the wax world, but I wanted to try Dessa's. And the description of this one is fresh raspberries pureed until smooth, then whipped together with confectioner's powdered sugar, vanilla, and sweet cream. So I thought this is just going to be like a raspberry fluff. So I wanted to see also what her raspberry oil is like. So this one, this raspberry's tough, you know, because a lot of people feel raspberry smells perfumey or not realistic, I should say. And I've talked about this in other videos on my channel, how raspberry oil is very hard to get realistic just because of it's hard to extract out of the raspberry. And not only that, raspberry is naturally floral. You know, even you taste it, it's a little bit of floral to it. This raspberry oil here is floral to my nose. There are some other oils out there in the wax world that are more realistic, more jammy or preserves, and that's what I really prefer with my raspberry. But I'm gonna let this cure, even though Dessa doesn't have to. She doesn't need a cure time. You know, that's how she markets herself. Her stuff is pre-cured, ready to go. But I still let my stuff cure a few weeks at least. That's just me with across the board. Any order I get from any vendor, I let cure at least a few weeks. So this one here, I'm going to have to melt this and get back to you. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it right now. So I just have to see how this one performs on warm. Next one I got is red, white, and blue. This one is reminiscent of the iconic Bomb Pop, blue raspberry, juicy cherry, and fizzy lime. I wanted to try this one, even though traditionally Bomb Pop scents are cherry dominant. It seems like the cherry just takes over the raspberry and the lime, to my experience and to my nose. This one here, it really smells like a Bomb Pop. You know, I love Bomb Pops. I know everybody in the world, most people have had one. They're yummy, and this really does smell authentic like a Bomb Pop. So I'm glad I got this one. I was going to get that one in a breakaway bar, but I wanted to try, you know, I made 2 orders because I forgot to add one, because you know you got to get on when Dessa opens her pre-order because she closes in less than an hour. She's been trying to push herself in challenging herself to be able to do more in her turnaround time, so she left the last pre-order open a little bit longer. You know, before she hit her quantity, I was talking to her about it. You know, Dessa and I we do talk, because you know, she's only one state away from me, so I was chatting with her earlier this week. You know, last Saturday her husband took all of the orders to the post office. I think that was that day, and some of you guys were getting your orders on Monday, and I messaged her and I said, Dessa, I live one state away from you, and my order isn't scheduled to be delivered until Wednesday. It's funny how the mail works like that. So then, you know, we just got chatting and talking about some oils that are going to be, blends that are going to be offered on the next pre-order, Christmas, getting ready for that stuff. And Dessa is just a kind, nice, classy lady. This one here, I wanted to, what I was saying with this is, I was going to get this in a breakaway bar because I knew I'd like it, but I wanted to, well, I made a second order because I forgot to put gingerbread house in a big bar for my husband because he loves gingerbread house. That's the main I'm off on a tangent, guys. It's late and I had a busy day, busy weekend, so forgive me my scatterbrainness there for a second. Let's just get back to wax. I hope that made sense. I think you get what I'm saying. This next one is candy cane snowball cookies. I know this one's really popular. My first experience with this scent was the advent calendar last Christmas. She's not going to be able to do one this year due to time restrictions, and she's doing some home improvement projects around her house. Her husband and her and her family is going to be moving, and they want to, you know, do some things at her house, to their house, before they put it on the market. So she doesn't have the time to do advent this year. Maybe next year. Let's hope. So this one is sugar cookies, crushed candy cane bits, and vanilla glaze. You know, this one last year, when I melted it, I'm very picky with my candy cane oil, just because candy cane is either too sweet to me or it's not strong enough. And candy cane is different from peppermint. Yes, there's peppermint in candy cane, but it's sweetened up so much with sugar. It takes on a different identity, in my opinion. So this one here, I got a tile because I wanted to try it again. I only had a small shape, and yes, this has been offered, and I believe in a couple of the, you know, the pre-order previous to this one, I believe she offered it, but I didn't buy it because I really wasn't impressed with it because of that candy cane oil. But I thought about it again. I want to give it another try. I want to put it in my tea light warmer. I want to melt it, you know, in a different place in my home than I did the previous shape I had. And I only had a small little shape, so I wasn't able to really get creative with it. But here I have 4 pieces I can spread throughout my home. So this one here is vanilla and candy cane. It's similar to At the North Pole, or North Pole-like scents, that sweet vanilla peppermint. That's what this one's like. Next is Salem Fall Festival. This is creamy zucchini bread, pumpkin sugar donuts, and apple cider donuts. I wanted to try this because of zucchini bread. I love zucchini bread. But pumpkin sugar donuts can be kind of weird to me. I have talked about this in several of my videos on my channel if you've watched, and even when I did my fall collection video last year, when I got all of my fall wax I have and did a giant collection video of it. Pumpkin spice to me can be a little off-putting. It can be a little stinky. So I'm really leery of trying outright pumpkin donuts, pumpkin cookies, pumpkin cakes. I'm a little nervous just because pumpkin spice gets funky to me. So I wanted to try this scent because of the zucchini bread, and I restricted myself to the tile just because if I didn't like it, I wasn't stuck with that larger quantity. But this one here, the apple donuts and the pumpkin sugar donuts, they blend pretty beautifully together. Dessa's Jess's zucchini bread oil is very creamy. It's not spicy, so it doesn't compete with the spice from the apple cider donut and the pumpkin sugar donut. This is a good one. I do like that one. Next is Cabin in the Woods. This one is warm balsam, sandalwood, cedarwood, cranberry woods, and seasonal spices. I love cedarwood. I will try just about every blend that has cedar in it, just because it's my favorite wood. I prefer it over pine, actually. Oh, is that nice? This is probably my favorite scent so far that I have sniffed, just because it's got a little bit of balsam, a little bit of that pine, but it's mixed beautifully with cedar. It's mixed beautifully with sandalwood. It's got a little bit of cranberry and a little bit of spices. This is delicious. I would buy this in a larger size. This is one of those ones that are like, yes. I don't remember. I think this one was in the Advent last year. I don't remember all the blends that were in there, but this one is good. I do like this one. I feel like I'm in the dark. So if this is one of my, not my best videos, then I'll try to next time film earlier in the day. So I'm sorry. I wanted to get this filmed today instead of, you know, waiting until tomorrow. This next one is Bobbin for Apples. This one is apple cider donuts, caramel apples, and bourbon butterscotch sauce. Once again, caramel apples. I will always try everything with caramel apple in it. This is nice. This is appley, it's caramel, it's simple, and it's beautiful. I would buy more of this one here. Next is Peach Gelato Waffle Cone. I really, really love Dessa's Georgia Peach Oil, so I wanted to try this Peach Gelato Waffle Cone. Even though the peach oil is not the same, it's not Georgia Peach, I wanted to try it because my husband really likes her peach oils too. This is Golden Waffle Cone topped with creamy peach gelato ice cream. Let's see what this is about. This is nice. It's a lighter peach. It's not as strong as, say, peach nectar from some vendors. It's not as strong as Georgia Peach. It's creamy peach. You can tell it's an ice cream. I like this one. That is nice. I know peach is weird for some people. They think it smells like cat pee. I thankfully didn't get that. I don't have that. I'm so happy I can enjoy peach and wax. It's a good one for me. This next one is Cranberry Orange Chiffon Cake. So this one here is orange chiffon cake, tart cranberries, and vanilla glaze. This is also a house blend. Most of these are house blends. There's a few of hers I buy that I believe are just single oils, but she does put on her labels house blends, so I try to stick to those just because they're her creations. So this one here, that cranberry really sticks out. That nice cranberry. It's got a little bit of spice. Not bad. Not too much. But that orange chiffon cake is there too. but the cranberry is just right there. It's nice. That's a nice one. And pumpkin pretzel crunch. This is doughy butter pretzel, pumpkin filling, and crunchy caramel bits. This is also a house blend. Let's see. Oh, is that good? This is caramel pretzel. So good. So good. I have her Pretzel Palooza, which has a little bit of caramel in it and pretzel. This one is a little bit different. It's got a little bit more caramel in it, but it does have that pumpkin, that creamy pumpkin. I wonder if this is a different pretzel oil than the Pretzel Palooza, because this one smells even better than Pretzel Palooza does. Okay, moving on into the breakaway bars. Smoky Mountain Berries. This is one of her most popular, I think, from remembering the last pre-order and, you know, her menu. I think this is either her most popular seller for wintertime or fall, or one of the top ones. This is Festive Holiday Berries, Vanilla, Fraser Fir, and Bayberry. Love Bayberry. This one smells like the holidays. You have that bayberry. Bayberry is traditionally a wintertime holiday scent. It's the holiday berries, a little bit of spice. I get a little bit of cinnamon, not too much. This is done very tastefully. This is a holiday scent. This could even be all year round. It doesn't really scream Christmas to me. But the bayberry is traditionally used at Christmas. It's kind of potpourri-like, but not grandma potpourri-like. Don't think that. This is something you could use all year. It's welcoming, it's comforting. This is a nice one. I'm glad I grabbed that one. Next is October. I've had this before. This is a good blend. This is hot apple cider, sweet caramel, pumpkin pie, and cinnamon and clove. This one is pretty much October-like. It's got everything you want. Apple, pumpkin, a little bit of cinnamon. It has clove. It is yummy. This pumpkin patch weather, football tailgating, October. Sweaters and flannels and leaves and fall. That's a great, great scent. Next is Log Cabin. Log Cabin. This is sweater weather type. Tart Cranberry, Christmas Tree Farm, and Marshmallow Fireside. I like a good sweater weather blend. Sweater weather, of course, is so strong. I do not like sweater weather body type. I'm thinking sweater weather type oil. But sweater weather is, of course, from Bath & Body Works. I do not like the body formula for sweater weather. It smells wet dog to me. The house and home fragrance version, candles, wallflowers, soap even. I know it's weird, you know. It smells really good to me. And this is sweater weather to the max, mixed with cranberry, mixed with a little bit of Christmas Tree Farm, which is a bunch of different pines together. This is a nice one. This is a winter scent to me. Okay, pumpkin skillet cornbread. This one is a big heaping of cornbread baked in a cast iron skillet, topped with creamy pumpkin, brown sugar, gooey caramel sauce, and nuts. Oh my goodness. That is fattening. That is nice. It is similar to her. There's another blend she has. I can't remember what it's called. I used it up the last couple of months. It is caramel sauce and cornbread, and I can't remember the other blend, but this is very similar to that one. I really like that she adds the extra brown sugar. She adds a little bit of nuts to this, and you get the earthiness of the cornbread. Cornbread is different from zucchini bread. It's different from cakes. It's got a little bit of earthy quality to it from that corn, that graininess. It really is dominant in this one here. Okay, next, pumpkin to talk about. This is creamy pumpkin filling, buttery pie crust. There are no spices in this blend. This one was new last year and I skipped it, but I did see, I think she said where this one is one of her, it went right to the top in terms of pumpkin, because a lot of people don't like spicy pumpkin or pumpkin spice, like I explained why I don't really care for it. This is pumpkin puree. Pumpkin puree with a little bit of buttery pie crust. This one is simple. This is nice. This would be a beautiful blender to just add that little bit of creamy pumpkin to a blend without having that competing spice. That's a good one. I'm glad I got that one. Autumn Bliss bars. I've had this before, and this is a phenomenal blend. This is cranberries, pear slices, cookie batter, and white chocolate drizzle. Oh, that's good. My first experience with this was the advent calendar from last year for Christmas. This is so good. The cranberry, the pear. I love pear. This pear is done very beautifully. It's got that bakery component from the cookie batter. This is a good one. This is not, yes, it's fall because it's cranberry, but you could use this all year round too. This is an attractive, welcoming, warming comfort to me. Everything, I love everything about Dessa. Okay, I love all of her scents. Pirate Voyage, I always have to get this. She offers this almost every time. Pirate Voyage is one of her Main Street Memories collection items that is inspired by Disney World and Disneyland. This is Pirates of the Caribbean inspired. Sea spray, aged wood, cannon smoke, and musty water. I've talked about this one in detail several times in several different videos, not just my Dessa haul videos. This smells exactly like an indoor water ride that has a little bit of the mildewy, but it's not off-putting. It's got the aged wood, cannon smoke. If you've ever been to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney, this really smells like it. And it is so, it's nostalgic. I love this scent. I know everybody who watches, this knows I love this scent because I talk about it a lot in depth. And I know there have been handful of you that have tried this because of how much I've yapped about it, and you guys have liked it. So don't let the mustiness or the aged wood or the smoke put you off. This is a really nostalgic amusement park experience. So I love this scent. I will always have this. I'll always buy it. I don't need any more. I mean, I have a big bar. I have a mini loaf. I have another breakaway bar, but I always have to buy it because I have never found this in any other vendor. So Dessa has the monopoly for this scent here. I love Pirate Voyage. Okay. Fall in New England. Oh my goodness. I think I got 2 of these because, yeah, I did get 2 of these because it's so damn good. That's why. This is Fresh Brewed Latte, buttery pumpkin, caramel sauce, and cinnamon streusel. My first experience with this one, I believe, was the Advent last year, but I can't remember if I tried it previously because I love coffee wax and I will try just about anything that has coffee in it. I bought 2 of these because this is a phenomenal blend. It's coffee, but it has caramel, it has pumpkin creaminess to it, a little bit of nuttiness. This is great for in the middle of summer when you want to melt some caramel coffee. It's great for fall time, of course, hands down. It's good for winter time, and I mean, it's good all year. But this is so yummy. It's comforting. It's cozy in a cup. It's so good. That's why I bought 2. I should have got a big bar, but it's okay. Okay. Blue Sugar Bonfire. This is blue sugar, smoked vanilla, toasted marshmallow, and bonfire bliss. I tried this because I saw a lot of people talk about it in the group, and I thought I might as well try it. How do you know you like it unless you try it? Yes, that is nice. This, to my nose, basically smells like blue sugar and marshmallow. There is marshmallow and smoked vanilla in here. Just a little bit of smokiness from that smoked vanilla, not bad. It almost has a marshmallow fireside vibe to it, but it's not as smoky sweet as marshmallow fireside. But the blue sugar is here. You do have to like blue sugar for this blend here. So this is a good one. I'm glad I tried it. Okay. I'm looking to see, again, I feel like I'm in the dark. I know I've said that 1,000 times. Blueberry pumpkin waffles. Oh, this one is so good. And Main Street blueberry waffles is my favorite oil, but this has a little bit of the pumpkin component to it, which I particularly don't smell that much, but it gives a little bit of butteriness to it. This is pumpkin waffles, sweet blueberry syrup, and melted butter. This smells like blueberry Eggos to me. I got this scent. Yep, there it is. That's my childhood right there, blueberry Eggos. Oh, so good. I first tried this blend a year ago, you know, when she had her fall pre-order. Her fall pre-order is in the summertime, you know, just because of Dessa's schedule. I got this last year and I was so happy when I smelled it because it took me right back to my blueberry Eggos I ate as a child. I love blueberry Eggos. It's got butter to it. It has blueberry. It's got that waffle and a little bit of creaminess and butteriness from the pumpkin. This is a really good one here. Okay. Cupcakes at Tiffany's. This is buttery vanilla cupcakes, toffee bits, and buttercream frosting. I got this because I wanted to blend it a little bit. That's a good Cupcakes at Tiffany's too. I do not like Cupcakes at Tiffany's alone, really. I like to put it in blends. It gives a little creaminess, a little bit of bakery. This is not my favorite scent, but I got this just for blending to put into a couple of these, you know, these blends to experiment with. Next is Carnival. I think I got 2 of these also. Yep, I did. 2 Carnivals. Carnival this was a new blend, either earlier this year or last year. This is so good. This is caramel apples. See, there's a trend. I love caramel apple. Caramel apples, kettle corn, cotton candy, and circus concession. This is similar to Circus Under the Stars, which is circus concession type. You know, your cotton candy, your caramel apples, your popcorn, kettle corn, with Palo Santo. Why I like Carnival better, it's richer in all of those oils. It's richer with the kettle corn. It's richer with the caramel apple. I don't know if Dessa's using a different type, you know, a different oil vendor's oil for this blend to make it different from her other circus concession, or if this is just, you know, her depiction of it, or I don't know what this makes this one different, but this one is the richest, most delicious Carnival blend that Dessa has. So good. I love the kettle corn, that salty sweet situation. I love the caramel apple, and I love the cotton candy that comes out in this. This is good. I'm not in love with cotton candy, but I do like it in Carnival blends, and I do like it used tastefully. This is done tastefully. Cold barn mornings. Step into the barn on a cold, dewy fall morning. Bales of hay. Love hay. Cedar wood and damp morning air. I've never tried this one. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm looking for. This, the hay, the cedar. It reminds me of my dad. It reminds me of home. I think that's why I like hay and cedar so much, because it reminds me of growing up in the country and living on a farm, always living in the boonies, basically. It just makes me feel complete, I should say. I love this blend. I'm happy I got this. It's not too off-putting with hay or cedar or damp morning air, but it makes you feel like you're in an old restored barn. My wedding, we got married outside, my husband and I, but our reception was in an old restored, actually a hay loft, a hay processing barn, old. It's restored, you know, they have events there. This is what I imagine that smelled like when it was up and functioning 100 years ago or so, however old it is, it's old. But this is nostalgic for me. I like that one a lot. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. This is chestnuts, brown sugar, sugar cookies, and marshmallow fireside. This is another fantastic blend. This was actually December 1st for the Advent calendar last year. Why I remember that? Because this blew me out of the house, and I thought, man, Dessa's off to a great start if she picked this one for her very first day in the Advent calendar. I have talked about this many times in the group. I've raved about it. I've ranted about it. Chestnuts is such a good nut. It's not used enough, but traditionally we think about it around holiday time, Christmas time, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. But mixed with brown sugar and mixed with marshmallow fireside and sugar cookies, this is a really good, strong scent. It's a nice welcome change from pecan and almond and peanut and different, nuts that are used all the time. Even like that one a lot. Cinnabon. Okay, this one is one of her most popular sellers. This was a new one not that long ago, and it has just taken over, and it's so good because it is so authentic. Doughy center of a cinnamon roll with cream cheese frosting. That's exactly what it smells like. It's the best part of the cinnamon roll, that ittle bitty, baby, doughy, gooey, ooey, sugar, cinnamon, yummy, middle fat part of the cinnamon roll. How's that for a description? That's what this smells like. This is amazing blender. It's perfect on its own. Love this one. That would be great added with fall in New England. Coastal Forest, Pacific Northwest, where the ocean meets the forest in the Pacific Northwest. Ocean mist, sea salt, Douglas fir, ponderosa pines, and warm driftwood. I was a little hesitant to try this one because, like I said, I'm really not in love with pine lately. I've been gravitating towards other things, but I was really interested in how the ocean mist was going to take this to a different, from bathroom air freshener or Christmas time to be something like you're in the Pacific Northwest and Washington and Oregon, and those, Oregon, excuse me. I didn't mean to say it like that. Oregon, that's how I say it. This is fresh, but not oceanic, not knock you down salty. It is a little bit like you're driving on, by the water, and you have a little bit of that sea spray that comes through your window, and you have a little bit of the fresh of the forest around you. That's what this smells like, and I'm so glad that that's what this is, because that's what I was hoping this would smell like. Fantastic job, Dessa. Strawberry Sugar Shack. This is strawberry pound cake, sweet macerated strawberries, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. This is a newer blend too. I got this one because I saw so many people talking about it. And I love a good strawberry scent. This is nice. This is basically, I'm smelling only the sweet macerated strawberries, which is a fantastic, simple, sweet, syrupy strawberry smell. A little bit of strawberry pound cake. Strawberry pound cake is weak to me, period. I got this because I wanted to try it. I'm glad I did, because it's a nice, juicy, realistic strawberry. Very good. Sweet macerated strawberries. Sliced strawberries coated in sugar until the natural sweet syrup is released. This is one of her most popular blends. It is so good. It's really like you take strawberries, put a little bit of sugar on them, mash them a bit with your fork to, start those enzymes releasing in those juices, and that is what this smells like. This is a fantastic blender. It's great alone. This is a good scent. I had to get more of that because I didn't get that last time. Vintage Halloween. I knew I got this. This is fresh popcorn, melted marshmallows, and sticky caramel sauce. So caramel popcorn. So that is so good. It's got a kettle corn vibe to it. It has a popcorn, sticky caramel vibe to it. So that with cupcakes at Tiffany's. That's what this is. So good. Fantastic. Just a couple more in here. I got my big bar. I have to stretch my legs out here. Big bar of gingerbread house. This is gingerbread, molasses, ginger, cloves, and vanilla. This is a house blend. This is fantastic. This is realistic, the best realistic gingerbread I've ever smelled. And it has a little bit of that cakey quality to it, but you know, if you don't like gingerbread, I wouldn't try this. Maybe try it in a tile, because if you absolutely hate it, you know, you're only at a $2.50. I think that's what this is. Whereas this is closer to 10. If you really love gingerbread, you haven't tried Gingerbread House out, I really encourage you to give it a try, because it is the most authentic, best gingerbread in the wax industry. You know, there are some vendors out there that have dominated a certain type of blend. Dessa has the gingerbread, in my opinion. Love this one. And finally, I had to get another bar of Lemon Licious. I love Lemon Licious. This is lemon cheesecake, lemon sugar cookies, lemon cream puffs, and lemon buttercream. I'm usually not a cheesecake oil person. It's kind of sour to me after it gets going and melting for a little while. But there is enough cream in this and enough of a bakery aspect to take that sour note away from me. This is my favorite lemon bakery that Dessa offers. It's strong. It's almost, even though there's not lemon curd in here, it's got that lemon curd quality where it's punch you in the nose lemon, but it also has that bakery right in the background to where it's just, it's kind of similar to lemon pudding. If you've had lemon pudding, it's got a punch of lemon, but then when you taste it, it's not, makes you pucker too much. That's what this is to me. So let's do my samples. Let's see what goodies I got in the samples, and then I can get out of the dark. I know I've said that a lot here, but I'm just a little self-conscious of the light. I got my thank you, Ashley, happy melting from Dessa note, like we all get. Thank you for supporting my small business. And on the back here, we have some melting tips if you're new to Dessa. I'm not going to read this off here. If you got an order, you know what's on here. A little bit of advertisement about her social stuff. Donut Be Afraid. Donut Be Afraid. I don't know what donut that is. It doesn't smell like outright donuts to me. I don't know if it's glazed or cinnamon or what it is, but that's interesting. It doesn't smell quite like a donut. I don't quite know how to describe that one. Apple Crumble. That really is apple crumble. You have your cinnamon, you have your spices, your sugar, your apple, and then you have your crumble on top. It's very realistic. This is a good one. Fall Foliage. I actually have this one over in my melting coat right now. I don't remember the notes of it, but it has a smoky quality to it, and it has a dampness to it. Leaves and foliage, a little bit of tree. This is a nice one. And finally, Orange Grove. I've had this one before. This is supremely strong, realistic orange. It's one of the best orange ones I've had. It's similar, not like orange chiffon cake where it's orange and sweet bakery. This is more like an orange. You cut into an orange, you smell that orange oil, the natural in the rind. It smells really, really good. So that's my Dessa fall pre-order. And stay tuned in a few months when the holiday Christmas pre-order is shipped for my next haul. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and stay cool, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.